I say thanks be to God for leading us through an exciting season of campaigning to the victory we claim tonight. We acknowledge that the people of Tobago have spoken loudly through the election results and have endorsed the program offered by the People's National Movement to take Tobago to the next level. They have validated the efforts of the PNM over the past 16 years and have given us the mandate to run the affairs of this island for another 4 years. Tonight we claim victory, not only for the PNM, but for the future of Tobago. I want to recognize and thank all Tobagonians who participated in this Tobago House of Assembly elections, whether you voted for the PNM or not. It is testament to our level of interest and involvement as Tobagonians in the democratic process that allows us to speak loudly about the governance of our space and island. Party campaigning has come to an end. It is time to govern in the interest of all, including those who run against us. I want to pay tribute and express thanks to Mrs. Catherine Anthony Charles. She has championed my journey to this place in Tobago's history. She has been the bedrock, or my bedrock over the years. And I mean that figuratively. My friend, my confidant, and my inspiration. I also thank my children for their support and their tireless efforts as part of the campaign machinery. I have to acknowledge the invaluable work of our campaign director, Mr. Ronald Celestine, campaign manager East, Mr. Wendell Berkeley, campaign manager West, Mr. Maryland David, and the rest of their team. A team made up of dedicated persons from the various party groups across the 12 electoral districts. It was your labor of love in the engine room that brought us this victory today. Thank you for the feet that wore out many shoes on the streets and pavements over the past weeks as you met with Tobagonians across the island, presenting the PNM's plan to take Tobago further. And I want to say thank you as well to the phenomenal show of solidarity in respect of our Red Day on Friday. And for the youths, I want to thank you as well tremendously for your resounding show of support for our youth rally on Saturday. And of course, the weather notwithstanding, for the mammoth rally and motorcade we had on Sunday. I want to acknowledge once again our outgoing Chief Secretary, Mr. Orville London, a patriot who gave unstinting service to the people of Tobago for almost 2 decades. Mr. London, I say thank you on behalf of the people of Tobago. We have progressed admirably under your astute leadership. And the only way really to honor you is to ensure that over the next 4 years, we in fact build on your platform and take Tobago to the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends, as your next Chief Secretary, I assure you of my commitment to a particular mandate. I don't know, I'm not as young as she thinks I am, notwithstanding how I look, This mandate is to continue to deliver a resilient and stable Tobago with a changed or revolutionized public sector in which the core values of honesty, integrity, industry, efficiency, and maximum productivity are rekindled. A Tobago with a revitalized agricultural sector, and a Tobago buoyed by the marriage of our culture and our tourism sectors. And finally, a safe and secure Tobago and a Tobago economy fueled by innovation and entrepreneurship. And we're going to do all this, my dear friends, with your support, because part of our mandate, our message was enhancing delivery, strengthening partnerships at all levels. I remind all of Tobago that enhancing the quality of life for ourselves, our children, and our generations to come will only be possible if we choose to be an industrious and productive people. And that, my dear fellow Tobagonians, requires each and every one of us raising the bar on our individual daily outputs. Wealth is created only when we roll up our sleeves, get creative, get motivated, get industrious, and stay committed to the cause. My dear friends, the future of Tobago lies in our hands. Let us join forces as Tobagonians to ensure that Tobago becomes the next sparkling gem in the Caribbean. My job is to lead this charge and to lead this progress with honesty, credibility, and integrity. With God's help, I will do so. All I ask is that you pray for my team and that you pray for me. Thank you, my dear friends, and good evening.
Let me hear it for your next. And it seems as though.
And you just heard the victory speech there from the Tobago House of Assembly Chief Secretary-elect Kelvin Charles. We also heard a victory speech from the outgoing THA leader, Orville London. As we look back on the THA election 2017, there were 12 seats up for grab in the election. And the PDP declared 2 of those, Parler-Touvier, Lance Formey Speyside, and Roxborough, Delaford, Bell Garden East. The other 10 have been unofficially declared by the PNM. We want to go back to Tobago live now, back to the PNM camp.
And I say, but Stanford, boy, you're getting old. For the past 37 years, I've known this individual. And he never ceased to amaze me. A man of stamina, commitment, integrity, and a man with a purpose and a vision. Is Masonry come from? No wonder. I want to introduce to you our political leader and Prime Minister. A man of integrity and a man with a vision for this country. So as Charles says, as we enhance our delivery and strengthen our partnerships, there is no other partnership that is more important than the partnership of the Prime Minister of the government of Trinidad and Tobago. So I want you to put your hands together for Dr. the Honorable Keith Christopher Rowley.
Tobago, are you ready? Ready for a new Chief Secretary? Ready for a continuation of the PNM as the management of Tobago affairs? You've spoken. Chairman of the Tobago Island Council of the PNM, my friend and colleague, Mr. Stanford Callender, outgoing Deputy Political Leader of the PNM and Political Leader of the Tobago Island Council, former, our one and only, Orville Delano, London, 16 undefeated. Deputy Political Leader of the PNM Tobago Affairs, Assemblyman for Blackrock Wim, and the next Chief Secretary of the Tobago House of Assembly. Let us welcome Mr. Kelvin V. Charles. And of course, his team of standard bearers, all 10 successful and 2 valiant who fell in the East, but they remain a valuable part of the team. Permit me to acknowledge tonight here the General Secretary of the party, Mr. Ashton Ford. I also want to acknowledge the Minister in the Office of the Prime Minister, Mrs. Ayana Webster Roy, and the Minister of Tourism, Ms. Shamfa Kojo, our senators from Tobago and elsewhere who are visiting us tonight, and of course we have with us the Minister of Local Government, Senator Kazim Hussain. I would like to reminisce on my first time as a candidate for the PNM. We were given a lecture by one called Kamaluddin Mohammed. And he said to us then at Balize House, and that year was 1981, he said to us, the easiest election to win is the first one. It gets harder every time. So when tonight, we of the PNM would have won, and those of you, PNM in Tobago, would have won for the 5th consecutive time the administration of the Tobago House of Assembly, we must be doing something good. Tonight, earlier in the evening before the results started coming in, I heard one of our popular reporters from Tobago said that the mood in the headquarters of the PNM is somber. And I'm kind of wondering what she was talking about. Because somber means that, you know, you're kind of sad, something wrong. And then I discovered what it was all about. I discovered that the PNM, as usual, is held to such high standards that when you win an election 10-2, some people believe that you have lost. But I will say tonight, this night of great celebration, I will take 10-2 every day, every year, and every election. Because it was 4 years ago on this very platform, in this very location, when the results came in at 12-0, I said to my PNM colleagues, you are in grave danger. And I am concerned because you are going into the assembly without an opposition. And those are the circumstances where things can go wrong and go very wrong. And I exhorted them to be very careful and to be respectful and to be mindful of the fact that they have to live up to the expectation of all the people of 12 districts who supported them. And the fact that they could have served for 4 years, come back to the polls and win 10-2, I want to say congratulations to the outgoing team. And tonight, all that leaves for me to say is, as head of the government of Trinidad and Tobago, I am particularly excited to work with the new team. And I'm particularly pleased that the party which I lead could have, in the throes of an election, change our leadership, select a new leader in that environment, present that leader to the people of Tobago with a very strong team, and say to you, the people of Tobago, from Charlottesville to Canaan, from Castara to Buku, from Scarborough to Mason Hall, we say to you, our team is the best team, and tonight Tobago has agreed with the PNM. I want to join the incoming Chief Secretary by saying to all of you in Tobago, particularly the office holders, that the elections are over. The elections are over. The work is now about to begin. This group has a tremendous foundation to build on. And I am pleased that we of the PNM, we have the authority of government at the national level, and at the THA, we have the authority of government at the Tobago level. And together, our campaign was partnership. And we mean that. And I am telling you that the next 4 years will be the most exciting 4 years in the history of Tobago. We are going to work together. We are going to achieve together, and we are going to progress together, because this country is Trinidad and Tobago. And Tobago, this is your time. So, as we celebrate tonight, as we accept this responsibility, as we welcome the new Chief Secretary, as we welcome the new secretaries who will be appointed in the next few days, I want to say congratulations to all those persons who offered themselves for public office in the election of 2017. And I simply want to say in my final exhortation, Tobagonians, in Trinidad and Tobago, we have distinguished ourselves for some very important but simple values. I want to say to you, don't trade Tobago's values for anything. You choose people in office from time to time, but at the end of the day, maintain the characteristics of Tobago that have distinguished us so well for so long. Not everything we want is available immediately. Not everything will be done at once. But if we hold hands together as an island people who know where we are going, now we will get everything we want in good time, as long as we have the appropriate attitude and we build on the foundation of the characteristics of Tobago. This is an exciting time, and these are the people who will manage our affairs. So congratulations. And at the level of the cabinet, I want to tell you that we come to Tobago in the first week of March. The cabinet meets in Tobago in the first week of March, by which time the secretaries would have been in, and we'll sit down and begin to work together as a team in partnership. So, enjoy the victory. Enjoy the victory. Enjoy the hard work. Look forward to the future and think positively, and give full support to the 12 people and the councillors who you have elected to the Tobago House of Assembly. So, may Almighty God continue to bless us. And as we go from this platform, we can only say, great is the PNM, great is the PNM, great is the PNM, and once again, we have prevailed.